All right. It's recording now, just in case some people can join, so we can send them the recording. All right. My name is Adidolapo, and I'm from Lernac. And today I will be facilitating the session of launching into tech masterclass. So let's get started. I will move. Okay. And by the way, can everyone also see my screen? See the slides on my screen? Okay. I see a thumbs up, so that means we can see the slides on my screen. All right, so today, these are the 5 things we'll majorly talk about. We have a welcome message for every one of us, and I'm also going to talk about the organizers of this masterclass that brought you this masterclass, and then I will talk about the introduction into technology, basically. And then we move to the fastest pathway to tech, because I know a lot of us are here because we either want to transition to tech or we want to understand what this tech is about. What's this buzzword tech everyone is talking about? And then we would also have a short Q&A session. We'll be happy to answer any of your questions. So let's quickly talk about the organizers. So the organizers of this masterclass is called LearnArc, and LearnArc is bridging the gap of having quality, skillful people in tech to also seeing how we can place them into jobs such as internships or jobs as well. So what we also do is that we train you, and after training, we also try to see that you actually get a good job in that thing that you're training. You're not just getting training and just throwing it into the archive of your knowledge, but after being trained, you're also using all of those things that you've learned in the workplace. So today we have 5 speakers. These are actually professionals and experts in the field. One of the speakers is me. My name is Adedolapo Muguntayo Williams, and I am a cybersecurity and compliance product manager at ShortPoint. ShortPoint is a software design company in the United States. And we have Gani Wadayinka. He's a seasoned product design, and he is currently working with Monese at Estonia in Europe. And then we also have Eniola Bologun, who is a delivery manager with expertise in innovation strategy, business transformation, digital transformation, and he works with Skipton in the United Kingdom. We also have with us Oluwakemi Odewumi, an exceptional product manager who is working with WorldBay in Nigeria. And then we have a senior tech consultant at KPMG, which is a multinational, is a tech consultant in Nigeria as well. So these are the people that will guide us through understanding what it takes to launch a career into tech. Okay, moving forward, I hope you guys have your cup of tea, your cup of coffee, or whatever you drink right beside you, because it's going to be a very insightful and educational session. Okay, so let's start with what is tech. And before I go into what is tech, I would also want to do a little housekeeping around here. So it's very good that we all have our microphone muted, just so that we experience, this masterclass without any disturbance or disruptions. If you have questions, we have an amazing team in the comment section of this masterclass that would answer them. So and when we want you to talk, we would allow you to talk by open up your microphone. I hope that's clear. So a lot of us has been hearing tech. I mean, I'm Nigerian. I don't know if it's obvious, but I'm Nigerian, and I would explain what tech is, which is simply technology. Anything that makes life easy is pretty much tech. But tech in this context, we are actually focusing on the context of digital technology. Of course, our mobile phone, even the hardware, is technology. But for the context of this masterclass, we'll be focusing on digital technology. So tech is not new. We have technology as far back as 20, 40 years. I mean, digital technology. And it became a lot of people became more aware, especially when the pandemic hit and everyone was working from home, and tech seemed to be like a lot of tech companies sprouted up to help people's life easier remotely. So I guess that's where the tech concept came from. But before I continue, I want Eniola Bologo also to, since he's a seasoned tech expert as well, I want him to also explain digital technology to us. And I don't know if Daniel is ready as well. So, Eniola, the microphone is yours.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for having me here. Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you very clearly.
Oh yeah. Apologies, but I mean I have a bit of a cold, so my voice is not at its best. But I
So,
promise by the time we go into class, the voice will be better. Yeah. So what is tech? Technology is one thing that I find really fascinating. I have the I think I'm a bit I'm one of the lucky ones that I've always been in tech. I've always worked in technology companies in different roles, and in terms of my career, I think that's all I know. And one thing I find is the tech division or the tech department in every company that I've worked in has always been seen as a special team because they basically drive the business. I mean, business operations. So be it building the systems, the tools that the operational teams use to sell or use to acquire new customers or use to serve their customers, which is one thing that is I find really fascinating. Um, the world today has really changed. All of us are here today on this masterclass because of tech. We're in different locations around the world. A few decades ago, um, I'm sure that this wasn't a possibility. You had to travel and meet in a at a space and have this type of conversation. But thanks to tech, we're here. Today we're on Google Meet. Somebody built this. A team of developers, product managers, project managers, scrum masters even came together to build this solution that has given us this opportunity to convene here. You know, so it's really a beautiful thing. Um, for me, whenever technology gets discussed, I'm always excited because I mean, all of the possibilities today in the world have been brought to bear by all of these technologies. So I hope just by explaining that, that just gives you an idea of, how me I see tech and how much appreciation I have for tech. I wasn't prepared to say anything, but just off the top of my head, I just shared that and, just share my fascination with you. So I hope that
and
works.
that's brilliant, and that makes you exceptional. It shows that you're an expert in what you do and you've been working in tech. Thank you very much. So I think that
Thank you.
helps us build a background understanding what tech is. I like the analogy Eniola had given about Google Meet. So without tech, we can't have this conversation, right? We won't have this platform to be able to reach out to a lot of people across different continents in the world. So I hope that it's clear and we understand that. So moving forward, I would also move to the next slide. So a lot of times, most people relate tech to coding, like software engineering, right? And they think that you need to know how to write lines of codes before you can actually work in tech, which is actually not right. Is not correct. You don't have to only know how to. You don't necessarily need to know how to write different codes before you kind of work in tech. So I don't know. I'll give the microphone to Daniel Iola if he can just, he's our tech consultant here. He can throw more light on this, that coding is not everyone's cup of tea. I've been working in tech for over 7 years and I don't think I've ever written any line of code except when maybe I just want to play around, but it's not necessary for my job function. So is Daniel here? Okay. I cannot find him. Okay, then I'll just give the microphone to Oluwakemi if she's here, because she's our seasoned expert in product management. So, Oluwakemi, are you here as well?
Yes, I am.
Okay, great.
Just hold on. Okay. Can everyone see me?
Yes, clearly, absolutely
Uh,
clearly.
okay. Yes, I am. So tech coding is not everyone's cup of tea, and that's the truth. I'm a product manager, and I do not think I've ever written a line of code ever. But I know that there are things that I get to do in my job that is very important and very vital in the production of a particular product, particularly a digital product. So, as a product manager, even infusing the knowledge of tech that we have, making sure that what our product, what we are producing, is fitting our users, and our users are, and they're getting the value of using our products. So that way we work with designers, we work with engineers, we work with people that do the codes that you see, the design and everything, the QA people and the likes. We work with them, but we make sure our users are getting the best. We have the understanding, knowledge of whatsoever they are doing, but we don't code. So it's not everybody's cup of tea. Truly, I'm a product manager. I work in a tech company, but I do not code.
All right,
Yeah.
great. Thank you so much. And that is, thank you so much, Oluwakemi, for highlighting that, you don't necessarily need to be technical. That's the word I would use to, launch your career into tech. I'd always like to tell people that I accidentally fell into tech. I studied industrial engineering and business administration as a double major in the university. And I did not even think I was ever going to work in tech, but I'm thankful for the career path that I've been on and the opportunity that it has helped me leverage to, or opportunities that it helped me gotten, as someone working in tech. So a lot of the myth is that you need to be technical, you need to know math, you need to, I think that that's the word. You need to know math before you can actually work and even earn well in tech and even, move up the career ladder in tech. And that's absolutely so. That's absolutely wrong. So in the case where you feel like, okay, you're scared that, oh, because I don't know mathematics or I don't have any background in tech, you don't have to be worried. It's very, very easy to transition into tech. And another thing I'd like to mention before proceeding is that a lot of your transferable skills that you currently have on your current job function, whatever you're doing, even if you're an entrepreneur, you work with anybody, can actually be made use when you're transitioning into tech or during your transition or whilst you are actually performing that job function in tech. So what do I mean by transferable skills, or what do I mean by this? So let's say you're someone that is a very good communicator, you're a very good negotiator. Maybe you're into business and you see that you're a good negotiator and you communicate well. I'll tell you that do product management. And that is because in product management, you do a lot of communication. You need to talk to a lot of cross-functional unit and ensure that sometimes you also need to negotiate, especially when it comes to when you're working with stakeholders, when you're working with the marketing team, you're trying to convince your CEOs or you're trying to convince your customers. So imagine you're trying to do that and you don't have good communication skill, you will not actually succeed as a product manager. So all you need is the ability to, manage time well, the ability to communicate well, the ability to negotiate well, and you need to be a people's person. If you're someone that don't like people, please don't do product management. But we'll get into all of this because I know a lot of us might not know what product management is. I've been mentioning all of these terms, but that's why we have this masterclass to help you understand the easiest and the fastest way to getting into tech. So I think I've been able to establish the fact that anyone at all, anyone from any background can transition into tech and you have nothing to worry about. And another fear is that, oh, will I succeed? When I think the space is saturated. Everyone is talking about it. Trust me, there are a lot of companies right now that cannot function without tech people. When I mean tech people, not coding people, not only software engineers. So a lot of company, I would say almost every company in the world needs a tech person. So what it means is that the job market is ready for you. There is space for you, and you can actually enter the space and actually succeed. Okay, moving forward, let me change my slide. So the ease of transitioning into tech. So I'd come up with this 5 step to transition to tech. This is not cast in stone. I'm not saying this is the easiest way to transition into tech because this was not my story. So I'll give you a little bit about my story and how I got into tech. So my first job, I did a lot of things actually, but my actual break into tech, someone said we can hear you. Can you guys hear me, please? Just a
Yes, I can
thumbs up.
hear you. I
Yeah,
can
I
hear
can
you
hear you
clearly.
actually.
All right, great. Thank you. Okay, so my I'm just trying to do story, right? How I got into tech, and I've been able to also work with companies across different continents. I'm currently working with a company in the United States, and I can tell you that I've worked companies in Asia, in Europe, and in Africa as well, Nigeria. So, and mine was an accident, but one of the things that I'll tell you, the formula that worked for me was the fact that I always wanted to learn, right? And I was not just waiting for the opportunity to come to me. And I think that the step that you have taken to be in this masterclass is still the same drive that I have, because I see myself 4 years, 5 years ago in different master classes trying to understand what all of these things are, and to the glory of God see where I am at. And I know this is not where I'm stopping. I know I'm moving forward and forward. So congratulations to you again. So my story into tech was such that I was in a company that it was a digital transformation unit, and it was exciting. I didn't know what I was getting into, but it was very exciting for me. And from there, we were distributed into different units to help build digital products that will streamline, job function, the processes internally at that company. And I remember then that, it was just a shuffling, and it just kept us into, like, I remember that I was in the business transformation unit, and I was acting as a business analyst at the time. Well, I would also say I was also acting as a product manager, but then I didn't know what all these definitions are. But don't worry, in this masterclass, you'll be able to get this information. And of course, going forward, like I said, LearnApp, we're helping people easily transition into tech. So I got into the company. They just made me a business analyst and a product manager. One thing I knew I did then was I started learning. I went to Google, started understanding what does a business analyst do, what is a business, what is a BRD, business requirement document, everything, the information online. As at the point when I, joined tech, was actually very overwhelming. A lot of people will be saying this, another person will be saying this. So it's not easy. It was not as easy for me as it is for you now that you're having a lot of master classes like ours, helping you understand all of these things easily. Then, I had to just eat up on blogs and people's information on Google. But anyways, it still helped. And I remember then taking courses from a lot of, learning platforms and taking certification courses to help me build my understanding in this industry. And with that, I think it helped. It had gotten me to where I am now. So with all of these experiences that I have, and not only me, I would say that even all of my colleagues here would agree with me, would be that one of the easiest way, or the step to transition, is for you to take online courses. I mean, a masterclass like this is not enough for you to understand all of the concepts in a particular industry, be it product management, Scrum Master, data analysis, all of this interesting tech job roles. Take an online course if you really want to succeed. You can live off of YouTube information as well. Secondly, there are boot camps. LearnApp, for instance, have like boot camps in cohorts where we help people, we train people as to what field they want to join. So we have classes like data analysis, we have classes like product management, Scrum Master class, and we also do have product design as well. And in the long run, we're expanding into cybersecurity, we're entering into business analysis. So many amazing tech skills that we'll be training people on. And some we have for free, some we have paid. And then get a certification. So a lot of people, there's a misconception between getting a certification and getting an online course or going for a boot camp. Certifications are different from this. Yes, a boot camp would actually award you certification of participation. And most times in most boot camps like ours have certified trainers from all of this industry or internationally recognized bodies that can actually issue you CST hours to that certification. When I mean certification means that, okay, now, if you're in Nigeria, because I know we have different audience, right? Someone said, but why is the step sector not aligned in the center of the container? It's just the design of the slide. I don't think that should be a problem. The most important thing is the information, and that's Chike Okechukwu. Great. So back to what I was saying. Certifications. Yes, I was losing my thought process there. So certification is so that if you're in Nigeria or you're from Nigeria or any part of the world, you typically have some exams that you take. So we have like common entrance, WAEC, all of this things, just to prove that to encapsulate the class that you've been, right? Okay, encapsulate that you understand all the classes that you've been, like maybe from GS1 to GSS3, you have junior WAEC and you get a certification. Oh, the design doesn't look that good. Sorry about that as well. I guess it means that you'll be in the product design. That means you have good eye for design. I'm speaking to Chike Okechukwu, right? So I hope that is the course that you intend to take, because it looks like you have. Yes. All right, moving on, and be sure that it's not your internet as well that is making the resolution look the way it looks. Back to what I was saying. So in tech as well, we have certifications. So once you take a course, it's always necessary, or it's always advisable for you to move up the ladder to take certifications in the exam. So if you're going to take data analysis course, would say, why don't you take the TEBLU certification? This is a highly recognized certification in the industry. So even when you have that certification in your CV, most employer believe that you can demonstrate expertise in that field. And also self study. Learning doesn't end with just having the certification. Learning doesn't end in boot camp. Learning doesn't end in masterclass. Keep improving, because the tech industry is rapidly evolving. It moves fast. So one thing you should know is that you always want to know that what's the next big thing, what is the best innovation now, what are the tools that I use, and what are the easiest tools to make my job function well. So another one will then be internship and job search. I don't believe that you're just gathering all this knowledge just to be an encyclopedia. No, I believe that you're gathering all this knowledge to be able to get more money. Yes, yeah, gathering all this knowledge to be able. I think I'll close the chat session for now because it's distracting me, so that I answer all of the questions once we're done, because we have a lot of things to do. Yeah. Okay, 1 second. Great, now I'm focused. Internship and job search. So for us, especially at Learner, we don't just leave you with, okay, now you know everything, now you've gotten the certification. You need to get more money. You need to actually practice what you've learned. We also help you do that as well. So I believe this 5 steps actually streamlines or just gives you that formula for you to that helps you understand how it's easy to transition to tech. So, for instance, in Nigeria, if you're an accountant, most people say you need to take the ACCA or the ICANN certification to become a chartered accountant. So, in the right sense, if I can say it, a chartered tech something, it's basically taking certification. I hope that is clear and we understand that. So, moving forward, I would, okay. The fastest pathway to tech, as much as there are a lot and a lot of tech roles that anyone can take on, these 4 tech roles: Scrum Master, Product Design, Data Analysis, and Product Management, I would say it's the easiest set, not only the fastest, to landing a job in tech. Because the thing is, you don't necessarily need a lot of experience. If you can understand the concept of this field, you'd fly. And if you have the skills, you'll definitely thrive. So a lot of people would say, "Oh, I am," especially when I consult for people and especially companies, and they want to perhaps maybe place certain newcomers or new joiners into certain tech roles. And one of the things that they especially interviewing the employees will be saying, I don't know which roles I should, what role I should jump on, that will help me succeed fast, But just helping you right now, I'd say these 4 courses, I'm not saying that there are no other courses, but from experience, I say these 4 courses are the easiest way to transition into tech. So we have Scrum Master, Product Design, Data Analysis, and Product Management. We have things like Business Analysis, Cybersecurity. We have Data Engineering, a lot of other tech skills that you could actually get. But we're saying that today that these 4 are basically the fastest and the easiest way to tech. So now moving on. Now I'll call on my panelist here, amazing expert in tech that would guide us through understanding what all of these things are. Because maybe this is the first time you're hearing Scrum. Maybe this is the first time you're hearing product management. Maybe this is the first time you're hearing data analysis or product design. So these people will quickly throw light on all of this tech careers in, I believe, 10 to 15 minutes. So first year would be Eniola. You already heard Eniola speak, and I know that he will be able to do a great job in, helping us understand what Scrum Master is and the Scrum Master pathway to tech. Okay, Eniola, break your leg. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much, Adedolapo. Hi again, everyone. Um, yeah, so Scrum. So let's talk about Scrum. Um, I'd like to ask. Maybe I should just engage everyone. I know some of you must have. Maybe some people here must have done some research on is who a Scrum Master is. But I'd like to ask because I really want to know the level of understanding that the audience has. So if someone can just tell me who they think a Scrum Master is, I think I'll be able to take it from there. Any volunteers in the house? Anyone? Okay, nobody wants to give that a shot.
You don't have to be shy if you're transitioning to tech. That confidence you need it. So I think it starts from here.
Yeah, so you need the confidence. Okay, so Pedro wants to go. Hi, Pedro. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Eniola. Okay, so I actually attended a training on Scrum the last 2 months. I
Okay.
lost too much attention, but from what I can recall, I think it is a systematic way of executing a task. So a task in this case, maybe a systematic way of executing maybe a project or creating a software or something. That's in some way what I can make out of it. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I like that. And I like the way you say it. Systematic way of executing a project to deliver a product or a software and stuff. Yeah. So that's basically it. But just to explain it in more professional terms. So first of all, I think I would like to explain what Scrum is. So Scrum is an iterative way of delivering products. You know, iterative in the sense that before Scrum was introduced, there was a traditional way for projects to be delivered. That traditional way involves an intensive way of planning. So people would, sit together and try to plan a project from start to finish. So if it was a project that would take 1 year to complete, people had to take time to plan for the entire 1 year, you know, and the world started to change. There were advancements in technology, and it was then seen that there's something called, first mover advantage. Whoever is able to capture the market the fastest, right? So, um, the users do not necessarily want a perfect product. They just want something that they can use. The other day, I stumbled upon a screenshot of what Facebook looked like when Facebook was just a product, within Harvard University. And it was crazy how it was just blank. It wasn't an impressive product at all. It didn't look like the Facebook of today. In fact, then it was called the Facebook. So that was the very first version of Facebook that we all know today. If you even cast your mind back, we all use Instagram. Go back 6, 7 years, 8 years, and imagine what Instagram looked like. We didn't have reels, we didn't have Instagram stories. You couldn't watch videos on Instagram. It was just a very blank. Well, not blank. It was good for that time, but over time there were advancements. So that's really the idea. Behind Scrum, it's just delivering value. Delivering value to the market, value that users can actually make do with. While you go back and improve upon your product, right? So Scrum is an iterative way of delivering, right? Um, Now, back to what Pedro said. Pedro spoke about systematic way of delivering. So with Scrum, there are certain rules, there are events, and there are artifacts that come with practicing Scrum. So within Scrum, there are three major roles. There's the role of a Scrum Master, there's the role of a product owner, and then the team that actually delivers the product. What I would be teaching as part of this program is the role of a Scrum Master, but of course, touching on how the Scrum Master collaborates with the product owner and the team members that will be working in the team. And the team is mostly consisting um, the developers, programmers, the guys that actually write the code, the product designers. In some cases, you have some people who are the database admins, working within a Scrum team, you know. Yeah, so the team could be a mix of different roles depending on the nature of the product that you're building. Um, as part of the Scrum Master pathway, we'll also talk about the Scrum events. We'll talk about sprint planning. We'll talk about daily stand-ups. We'll talk about how to run sprint reviews, log refinement, and stuff like that. The things that actually make Scrum. You know, I would also go through um, some of the tools that you can use to be effective as a Scrum Master. We'll do some real life role plays, real life scenarios on, developing a project, working as part of a project team, which is the experience that the employers will look out for when you access opportunities, right? We'll talk about the artifacts as well, what the product backlog should look like. We'll talk, briefly about, what the guardrails. Someone has unmuted his mic. Okay, thank you, Romena, for muting your mic again. Yeah, so we'll talk about the artifacts, the product backlog, the sprint backlog, how to track progress with using burn charts, burn down charts, burn up charts, how to help the teams, be effective. And honestly, these are the things that you get asked, in interviews. These are the skills that you need to build. For me, I would really want to focus these sessions on, real life stuff. I know it's important to know all the theories and also you can, sound smart and stuff. But I think what's most important is, getting the skill. You've been able to develop the skill from this session. So that's what I really want to focus on as part of the Scrum Master pathway. And I'll tell you this. So Adedolapo mentioned earlier that the four pathways that she spoke about, that's Scrum Master, Product Manager, what's the other ones again? Data analyst
Product design and
and
data
product design.
analysis.
Yeah, so these are the easiest way to come into tech. But I'll tell you that amongst the four, Scrum Master is actually the easiest of the four. So it's the easiest. It's not because it's an easy job to do, but I think the barrier to entry is kind of like lower for Scrum Master because with this you do not need to develop any form of technical skills. You don't need to. If you're a product designer, you need to learn how to use Figma and all those things to develop screens, wireframes, and stuff. As a data analyst, you need to be able to write SQL statements, all those things. As a product manager, you need to learn some basic skills of product road mapping, building go-to-market strategies, all those type of things. Those are like deep technical skills. But as a Scrum Master, you don't need to go deep to pick up those skills, those core technical skills. All you need to know is you need to know the rules of Scrum. You need to know how to work with the people, the other key people within a Scrum team. What's most important here is developing that human interaction skills. How to manage people, how to bring out the best out of people. To make a team effective at delivering their job. So that's really what the Scrum Master role requires. Of whoever it is that wants to be a Scrum Master. So I think it's um, the easiest pathway. Not because it's a simple job. Of course, it has its challenges. Of course, it will challenge you. It will stretch you. It gives you into insights. It gives you insights into what the other people are doing, what the product managers are doing, what the product designers are doing, developers. You would know some technical things that ideally shouldn't be your business because you're managing the work that these people are doing. So I guess you know what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to lure you guys. I'm trying to drag you guys to come and join my own work stream. and forget about the data analysis and stuff. Come through. Let's do this together.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's basically it. I'll just wait until we have the question and answer sessions, and then I can answer specific questions. But I think this, by way of an introduction, should do for now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aniela. I really appreciate, your thoughts on this. And right now, I think I want to be a Scrum Master, maybe. Yeah,
Yeah.
and interestingly, guys, we have a gift for everyone. So, Eniola, we have like an intro to Scrum Masters class. And Eniola will be giving like an in-depth with slight information that you need to know about Scrum Master. Like I said, you cannot get everything here, and it's free. So I saw someone saying, "Oh, is this thing going to lead to a paid class?" Like I said earlier, we have the premium if you are ready to take a step or a nudge in your career to actually get into tech, then I would recommend that you take the premium version to pay for the boot camp, which is one of the cheapest in the industry. I'm talking about, not, I know everyone can tell you that they can train you on Scrum for maybe as low as $10, but I don't know about that. But we have a free intro to Scrum Master class that you can also take as well if interested. Okay, I'll just move to the next slide, which is, sorry, product design. So we have Ganyu. Ganyu is such an amazing product designer. If you see Ganyu's design, you're going to be like blown away. I've worked with Ganyu personally and I can attest to it. So Ganyu, I think, do you want to explain what product design is, so that people that are not aware or do not understand what you guys do and how you guys revolutionize the world, can understand. So the mic is for you. Can you? Mm, can you?
I'm here, actually. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Yeah, good afternoon. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, sorry. My name is Gani Denka. I'm a product designer, and I'm currently in Nigeria. I'm based in Tallinn, Estonia. I've been a product designer for uh, about 7 years now. Yeah. Started out a little bit front-end development, and so I do a little bit of JavaScript, but not core JavaScript. So and I think generally there is like an industry assumption. I'm sorry if there's like a background noise. I'm also babysitting today. So there's like the general like industrial assumption about product design being. I'm actually not hearing. Can you hear me? Like, am I audible enough? Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's clear for me.
Okay. So, like I said, so there's like an industrial assumption about product design being one of the easiest career paths in the industry because you don't have to do a lot of coding. Say like about all those like 5 years ago, and this was prior to like the advent of skills like product management in the industry, people taking more advantages like business analysis. So about 6, 7 years ago, product design is like the easiest thing you can actually learn to find your way into like the industry without having to like really program. But I think along the line, everybody like has started to like realize it's a little bit beyond like what it is, but it's actually like pretty good because like recently for like the last 6 months as a product designer, kind of like my career path kind of like feels a little bit different from what it was like when they also do like core Figma and tools and XDs and the like because it took like I took like major understanding into like the in-depth understanding into like dang it. Can you give me one sec, please?
Okay, no problem. No problem. No problem. Maybe we'll just give time to Ganyu and let's have let's have Oluwakemi.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Okay. Okay. So, can everyone see me also? Put on my glasses. I look like a lecturer. So, thank you. Now, product management. When the first time I came across product management was I think during one of the breaks at school, and I studied psychology. I finished from University of Lagos studying psychology, and I was trying to see everybody's shouting tech, tech, tech. Tech is the new game. Tech is the money. Tech is we have to see in the nearest future. Um, we would not be some things we do would not be relevant. Pardon me, I'm kind of having cough. So some things will not be relevant and the likes that we need to delve and move towards tech. Then I thought about how what can I do that would fit into my what I'm studying psychology. Then product management came to my head. I read other things, did a little bit of research. Very important to know what would suit you and what would fit you best. So I started product management and trying to understand users. So I was trying. If you would ask yourself, what is the combination between psychology, product management? Then you get to see that in psychology we try to understand human behaviors and why they act the way they do, why they do what they do. In product management, we want to understand our users. We want to understand why they love our products, how they love our products, what they would love to see better, trying to interact with our product. So seeing that there is a relationship between product management and psychology. So I said all of this to say that you may be in a particular course or you may have studied something that would be different and asking yourself, would I really fit in this? You can actually fit in it if you see that there are some things you would that would be very, very beneficiary to you um, in whatsoever team or whatsoever course you decide to take. So, what is product management? Basically, product management is a course very simple that you are in charge in a way. Sometimes you're in charge of the product, making sure the product remains relevant. If you're seeing any product that has lasted long, if there's a product manager behind that product, making sure the product it remains relevant and giving value to its users, and also even making sure the company itself also gets value. So as a product manager, you are getting feedback from users, you are getting feedback, you're even communicating the feedback down to the software engineers, because some feedback that you get from the users may not be as easy to communicate that to the software engineers or developers. But as a product manager, you get feedback from the users, you communicate down to the product designer, you communicate down to the software team. Basically, you even work with marketing team. So I give this example most of the time. So I like taking it from the normal marketing view that we get to see and understand that is a physical product. Then I delve into a tech product. So an example that would make you understand properly what it is to be a product manager. So, for example, you get to see Coke. You get to see Coke still relevant over the years. So I'm sure they have a product manager that works and make sure that Coke remains relevant. For example, Coke, yes, like I said, we have Coke. Uh, you get to see the branding of Coke, like the bottle, from moving to the bottle that breaks to the plastic bottle, moving up like that. So as a product manager, you're looking for things that would make sure your company would have different competitors. Your company would have different things to deal with. But as a product manager, you're making sure that your product stays relevant. So that you move from bottle to Coke, then you see them to Coke, like I'm trying to get the breakable bottle, the one that breaks. Then they move to getting into plastic, and they move to getting it in cans. They look for ways to make sure that okay, we are not lagging behind, even as innovation and technology moves, and people are still tending to make use of our products. So as a product manager, you get to do all of that at the same time. Um, What else do I even want to add about? I just want to make sure you do that. Product manager is very, very, as it could look like, oh, what are you trying to do? Like, I think the first speaker spoke about Scrum, being a Scrum master. In product management, sometimes we get to be a Scrum master. I'm saying this to also get you to like love product management, to see that we do a lot of things very, very interesting. You necessarily don't even need to know how to code. You just don't really need to know how to code, but you just need to know that whatsoever feature your products or your company is going to put out there, you're sure that it's going to be fit with the users, and you're also liaising with the software team to make sure that
I mean,
whatsoever they are
don't steal
creating.
my students. Oh, don't steal my
Oh,
students.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but whatsoever thing that is going to be put out there will be very, very fit and seamless. You see, you sometimes you get your phone, you want to log into, you want to open maybe a new app, maybe Glovo or something, and you just open and you're, oh, it's very seamless onboarding. Your onboarding process is very cool, thanks to the product manager making sure that user experience is very, very cool, smooth, and enjoyable. So that's as a product manager, you get to do that. You enjoy, just like how you open the app, you're seeing things easily, you're going smoothly. The product manager of that particular product made sure you enjoyed your journey. So I don't know if anyone even have a question concerning product management quickly before I pass it on
Yeah.
to someone
No,
else.
I actually love this healthy competition. It just means to say that it gets people really interested in wanting to explore all of this field, and I like it. So I'm actually lucky. Thank God I've tasted tasted all of both world, not all of the worlds, because I'm not a data analyst before. So I've done product management. I've doubled as a Scrum Master at some point, and I'd say this that all of this field are actually interesting. I'm a people person, and if you're a people person, trust me, you decide to do either Scrum or product management. I don't know who has convinced you more between anyone and Oluwakemi. Well, it's such a beautiful and healthy thing. Thank you, Oluwakemi, for addressing this. I know that a lot of people have questions. I see someone was saying, "What is actually product management?" We'll get them. We'll answer them. So, we'll move to our senior tech consultant, yeah, Daniel. So Daniel, I know you've done a bit of data
Hi.
analysis, so let us know. Hi, Daniel. Tell.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me clearly?
Oh yes, succinct.
All
Yeah.
right, great, great, great. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. I trust you're doing great, and I trust we're learning a lot. We're getting to understand most of these tech fields, what they do, and like um, it has been said earlier, these four are actually great. One of the easiest pathways to tech. So now drilling it down to data analysis, I'm pretty sure that everybody on this call has heard of data analysis. Even if you haven't heard of it before, the best sound of data analysis together, it's most likely will ring a bell in your head. Right. So what is data? What is data analysis? First of all, I'll say data is all around us. Data is everywhere. Right now, as we're speaking on this call, data is being collected somewhere, right? We might not be able to see it, but right now data is being collected somewhere. Even on the charts, right? People are dropping messages. That is data. I'm speaking right now, and somewhere if you have your live caption on, data is being collected, right? My intonation, everything is all data, right? So now there is a difference between data and information. Now, what's the difference between that? You can have data everywhere. You can have data everywhere. You can have a lot of practically you just have data everywhere. Anywhere you look, anywhere you turn. If you know how to look, you see data everywhere. But how do we now turn this data into information? There can be a bunch of text, but it's because you're able to read and write, you understand English, you're able to understand it, and that's why you can know interpret it to be information. If somebody that doesn't understand English, right, is seeing our charts, person will not be able to pick any information from it. So now the same thing goes for data. It comes to data analysis. Data is everywhere. You're seeing numbers, you're seeing text, you're seeing videos, you're seeing because sometimes data analysts have to work with varieties of data, but most times it boils down to numbers. So yes, you are seeing a lot of numbers, but we don't understand what these numbers mean. We don't understand how to take from these numbers to become information that we can now make decisions out of, and that's where data analysis comes in. Such a beautiful idea, right? I know, right? Such a beautiful role. So that's where data analysis comes in. There's data all around us, and we want to be able to derive information from this data and make meaningful information from this data. That's where data analysis comes in. You have businesses everywhere. To be honest, every business, every single business needs a data analyst, right? Even your small SME, I'm sure the market woman somewhere, she does collect data about her profit and loss, about the different business she makes about different sales she makes every day. And then with her own small cash book and everything, she tries to make information out of this. Okay, my markets are being depleted. I need to get more. And then she just do some analysis of, oh, okay, which of my products are selling higher, which one should I buy faster? That is data analysis in play. Just that is at a small scale. But now you have bigger companies that are getting varieties of data in large quantities, in bigger quantities, and they need someone with those skills of being able to look into this data, look at the trends, look at being able to analyze it, bring out trends from it, bring out insights from it, and present it to us in an unbiased manner that, okay, yes, this is what is going on. From data I've gotten, right? This is what is going on. This is what is going on. Even the fact that they were able to tell us today that, okay, the easiest pathway to take are these 4 rows. That is data analysis, really. You might be surprised, but that's data analysis. Somebody has sat down somewhere to look at different variety of rows, different variety of roles, and then she has looked at, okay, what are the steps, which ones do people get roles easily from, which roles are faster to move into tech, and this 4 has been highlighted. That is what data analysis is all about. Getting data, being able to sit down, think through it, look at the data, use different tools, right? Use different tools and use the understanding of what the data is all about, using different tools to now draw out information and insights from it, and then you present it. That's what basically that's what data analysis is all about, right? So we can now go further down and begin to talk about, okay, what are the different steps in data analysis? Okay, what are the different tools we need to use? Okay, what are different type of analysis we can do, right? Those are now we want to go deep. We want to deep dive into what data analysis is all about, and I'm sure that you get more of that if you join LearnArc, join us. To see what it's all about. And to be honest, I think I need to add this particular information. And I said earlier that data analysis are needed across all industries, across almost every company. As a data analyst, you can freelance. Small businesses, they need data analysts to help them make insight out of their data. You can freelance. You can join big tech companies. You can join almost any company. I'm sure your company currently, if they don't have a data analyst, they need a data analyst, right? So it's easier for me to move from where you are if you have those skills. Say, boss, I really know how to do data analysis. Let me show you what I can do and make insights from this and help the business. And before you know it, you have moved into a data analyst role. So that's just one of the many opportunities. There are companies out there in the US, in the UK, everywhere looking for people that have these data analytics skills to help them to make insights from their data. And you just might be the one they are looking for. But how do we get there? Of course, join LearnArc. All right, I think I'll stop there for now. Thank you very much.
Nice try, Daniel. My students are still my students. You're muted. I didn't like where you're muted.
Oh, wow. Okay. Right. Sorry. I was saying thank you, Daniel. And I'm like, nice try, Daniel, too, actually. But that's good. Something Daniel kept mentioning was that, join Learner. So we have a free community. You shouldn't be worried that, okay, oh, um, I maybe these people are luring me to pay The goal for us primarily is to see how everyone can easily transition to tech. Like I said, we have if you want to actually, if you're serious and you want to be a data analyst, there is the paid version. And we also have free classes as well for in our community. So I believe the link to the community will be dropped now so that anyone interested, if you're not already part of our community, can join and get insights and information. So one of the things we also do in the community is to share information. We share, like, maybe job openings that we've seen. You also have access to that in the community. So another thing that I would want us, well, I'll get to that in a second. I don't know if Ganyu is ready and to continue speaking on data analysis, or we could just move to the Q&A, and if we have questions, we could ask you. So Ganyu, which works for you? Okay, well, that's good. By the way, we also have a seasoned product design person as well. His name is Alfred Williams. So we would also be able to answer your questions in the aspect of product design. So it's time to take action. Yeah, now we've spent close to an hour speaking about all of this easiest way to tech. Now you understand, or I would assume that you understand what product management, Scrum Master, and all of these things are. You still ask your question. I'd always encourage, if it's the free stuff, get the free stuff. And when you have money to pay for the actual stuff, actual courses, you can always do the courses, right? So we have a community at LearnAc where we help people transition easily to tech. If you have any questions at all, just put it in the community and you be rest assured that someone on the group would answer your question, right? So, and another thing is, we are also going a step further to seeing that, I know we cannot talk about everything in this course. So we have, a dedicated class for Scrum Master. We have a dedicated class for product management, product design, and data analysis, where we actually introduce you and explain all of this role to you and all of this skill set and how you can actually become the skill. And something with Lenak is also sometimes you get what they call mentorship. If you need a mentor, you also have access to mentors as part of the community. Would also help you review your CV as well. Once you, for instance, maybe you take a course with us and you complete it, you have the complete review your CV. Also guide you through getting remote jobs. I've been working remotely for 4 years now. Actually, I'm sure Ganyu works remotely. That's why you see he's in Estonia. It can be currently in Nigeria. Myself, I can go to anywhere in the world. I don't think I've ever been to our head office. Since we have a head office in Dubai, I've never been there. But I've been working for a company. We have 2 head offices. I even think 3, but I've not been to all. So what I'm just trying to say is that, and I'm working for them, and I've been working for them for close to 4 years. So with tech, another perk is that you can work from anywhere. That's the truth. You can work from anywhere at all. You don't have to necessarily be in the 4 corners of an office, and you have to wake up early to go to work. With tech, with all of this skills, you have access to that. And Daniel also mentioned something about freelancing. You could also freelance as a Scrum Master, data analyst, product manager, or product design. Even if you don't want to work with anybody, we have a lot of freelancing site that offers this opportunity for anyone with the skill set. So, the opportunities are really large. So it's time for you to take action. So I think a member of our team has dropped the community link. Join the community link, right? And if you have any questions, put your questions there. And in the case where you're interested in joining any of these classes, so they're in the community, we have different classes. So you in the group, so you see intro to Scrum Master, intro to product management, intro to, you can also join. So when the time for the class, we're going to let you know. I believe we are done with that as well. So I would also talk about the premium part of the courses as well. So with LearnAc, we're not just helping you understand what these things are. We're also helping you get a certification, right? We're bridging the gap between knowing the skill, being able to get a certification and then get a job. And another great thing is we've been partnering with a lot of recruitment agencies, some in Spain, some in the United States as well, to see how people from our community, especially people that have taken our premium courses, could get internship placement. So the goal is that at least would anyone that takes the course, definitely, I mean the premium course, we have the free course. If you want to, you can make do with that as well. The premium course would be in a pool, and in that pool would be able to actually help them get placement, internship placement in a tech company, to get them there, get to help them, get started in the industry. Because what's the point having all of the skill set? What is the point, learning and not being able to use it? And as a matter of fact, most employers rather would always want job experiences. Aside from job experiences, they also always want, maybe they want to see certifications, and which we're already helping you even achieve. So I think that is a great one. I really wish I did have that opportunity when I started off in tech. I think maybe my life would have been easier and I wouldn't have, messed up a lot of things that I did. But I'm glad we're here now and we're able to help people transition seamlessly. So let's go straight into our Q&A. So now, your questions, please. So we have questions for, okay, we have 2 hands up already. Let me see. I think I'll need to close it so I can see those hands. Okay, so we have Alo Oluwapelumi. Alo Oluwapelumi, the mic is for yours. You can open your mic or you can type it in the chat box. Hello Oluwapelumi. Okay, so I think Alo Oluwapelumi is... Okay, all right. Who's the second person? Ezekiel Olubade. Okay, Ezekiel Olubade. Over to you. You can please unmute and speak. Okay.
Yes.
I guess
Okay.
everyone.
My question: am I being heard?
Yes, you're. I can hear you clearly.
Okay. So my question is, actually, I want to know the difference between that product design, I don't know if it's the UI, user interface and user
UX.
experience, and
Yes.
also the product management. I don't know if the two are the same thing from what I'm seeing or from what I've heard. So I want to know if the two are the same thing.
No, the two are not the same. No. The two are not the same. So I'm just going to make it in a very lame term, just so that I'm actually speaking to different audiences. I'm assuming that we have people that have never even heard of all of this skills before. So product design. So just think of the product designer as an architect, right?
Okay. Yes.
Draws, how the house will look like. That's the product design, UI, UX, right? So you see that an architect will always put into consideration where the house is going to be built, what type of house is being built, right? So let's now say the planner. I'm using a very big illustration so that we understand. The person, what they
Yes.
call developer. Yes, they call them in Nigeria. They call them developers, right? Building developers.
Yes.
The building developer not necessarily know how to design or do anything, but they know what it takes to erect a building. They know what it takes to, they can gather all the painters, the bricklayers, everybody, and tell them what to do. So they're not the same thing at all, right? I hope that answers your question.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
All right, great. Thank you. Do we have any hands up as well? Like any other hands up? Okay. It seems like this is a very fruitful one. It seems like no one have questions, and I hope everyone is joining the group as well, so as to be able to get important updates. Okay. Okay, so I mean, of course, it's just fair that we leverage. So someone asked, let me read out the question. Michael Um, AJ said for persons that are already going through a course like Google Data Analytics, which is a very brilliant course, by the way, are there any arrangements for getting an internship with you, or a course must be taken with? Yes, the course has to be taken with us, because I think it's just fair that we prioritize, people that paid and are in our community. Of course, if you're in our community and an opening is available and we already placed people that are already paid out for our course, of course, we can definitely extend the love. Definitely, yeah. Joshua Wilson can join the community. I think someone will help you out, Joshua, from our team. So we have Green Joy and so. So Green Joy, you can please open your mic.
Okay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, okay, so I have just three questions basically. The first one is how long does it take to become a junior data analyst or a data scientist? Then the second one is what is the actual requirement that is actually needed as a data analyst in acquiring an internship? Then the very last one is how much is the premium? Because I heard you talking about um the premium plan basically. So I want to know the cost of that. So that's some of my questions.
Okay, so the first things first, to become a junior data analyst, you need to understand or data science. So I hope, okay, I don't know if we address the fact that, data analysis is different from data science. They are intertwined, they are related, right? So the primarily you need to understand the skill set, you need to understand the terminologies, and that's why taking a course would help you understand that. I mean, it's not only LearnArc offering, like someone has already shown that over Google Data Analytics, and there are a variety of different, um, companies that help people transition into tech, or they offer those courses. So I'd say take a course with a reliable training institution, right? Um, Once you do that, I'd say take up internship, take up jobs, right? Internship, sometimes even volunteering, not even looking for paid ones, so that you can build a portfolio. So first thing, take a course. Make sure that you're not just slipping through the course. You're actually taking the course to understand everything that they're teaching you, and you are building a portfolio. One of the things, like for in LearnArc, is we ensure that every of our student has a portfolio before you end the course. You have a portfolio as a data analyst. So you get a portfolio. Thirdly, start volunteering. Take advantage of sometimes the intern, if it's with LearnArc, take advantage of the internship opportunities that will give you. Even if you see internship opportunities that is not paid for, because we'll be throwing all of these internship opportunities out. Majority of them might not be paid for, right? But take advantage of it so that you can actually get your leg inside. So that and also put that on your CV. So for the premium course, so I'll quickly go through the pricing system. So the data analysis course, the data science course, sorry, data analysis. I don't know why I mentioned data science. Although in the next course we have data science, business analysis, and cybersecurity. But for now, we're focusing on this four easiest way to go. So for data analysis, $200, product management, $200, product design, $200, and Scrum Master is $120. And for everyone that attended this webinar, right, we'll be giving you a 30% off, but it's between a time frame for you to have that what's it called? That discount between, let me see, let me quickly check, because before my team members say, because I know that it was one of the things that I would. So please let me confirm. I'm not sure the time frame. I'll need to check. Calendar. So you have to pay in between. Sorry, 1 second, everyone. So between today, which is the 16th, to okay. Oh wow, I even thought it was shorter. To the 28th of December. So you have a 30% off, right? Be sure that we have your data, so you have 30% off the courses. So I want to go through again the three: data analysis, product design, product management is $200, and for Scrum Master is $120. So I hope that is clear. And Green Joy, please, can you confirm that I was able to answer all of your questions?
Yes, you. Yes, thank you very much. But I also wanted to ask, like, my first question, like, so what's the time duration in actually
Okay.
becoming a junior data analyst?
Okay, so for us, we can help you get to that point in 6 weeks with our 6 weeks, course. That's the premium course. With 6 weeks, we believe you should be able to become a junior data analyst and understand all the nuances in data analysis. So 6 weeks, you should be fine. And of course, another thing is, like I said, there are a lot of training facilities or training institutions. We're not just leaving you like, okay, you've taken the course, okay, bring your money, we'll tell someone to tell you what you need to hear, and okay, bye bye. No, that's not what we're before, because the longest run, one of our CSR is to also help, aside from even helping individual easily transition to tech, is to see that we have striving tech enthusiasts in tech, and that came out from our institution. I was seeing people working in Google, working in Microsoft, that actually trained with us and got to those level. And that's why we're also going to be supporting you through getting at least your first job. And we believe that with all of the experiences you have with us, all of our trainings, it will get you to that, those big tech companies that you really desire to work in. So 6 weeks it is. I'm just checking. Are there any other questions I've not addressed? Is anyone hands up as well? So someone said they can't join the community. I know someone will attend to you from our team. They will. Ezekiel Olugbade, you raised your hand again. Okay, please, let's hear you.
Yes, yes, okay. So the premium I still did not get the explanation very well, because I'm very much interested in doing registering for the premium packages, especially for either data analysis or that user experience and user interface. So I need more explanation and clarification how I can join or how I can register. Sorry.
Okay, great. Um, someone will drop the enroll link right now. Okay, I can even drop it right away. So it's called lenac.tech/enroll. So when you go to this link, you can enroll and you get a follow-up email telling you what's the next step. And even in the next step, you have the what's it called? You have the cost, how to pay, everything, all the information that you need. And another thing that I need to mention is that for the premium, you get a dashboard. So most times, when you go to class, you get all this information to like study on your own. You might maybe not happy, you want to study in the midnight, and your facilitator is of course sleeping, and everyone has their life outside, training you, right? You have a dashboard where it will give you recordings of all of the session that you have with us. We give you materials, slides, everything that is dedicated to you, and you can actually always go back to review. You have assignments. You heard when Eniola was saying that in the Scrum Master course, you have role plays as if you're actually in working in that field already. So, I mean, I don't think any training institution, I mean, especially, I'm not saying training institution that just wants to make money, right? But training institution would want to ask this offer for $200. I mean, the least you could get with the ones that are internationally recognized, like herself, would be $1,500, $1,300. Yeah. And yeah. Someone said, good afternoon. I want to ask if the community name is Cybersecurity Enthusiast, or is there another community? Cybersecurity. No, we don't have cybersecurity. The name of the community is Transitioning to Tech by LearnArc. That's it. And the link has been dropped. Can someone please drop the link again on the group chat? Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. So any other questions? So like I said, 30% off to December 28th. If you're interested in the premium, that's let me confirm. The enroll site can be okay. Although you can ask this question in the community as well. No, I just let me show you. I'm going to paste the link again because I'm on the enroll site now and I can see it. Okay, Control V. All right. Any other persons? Any question? Okay, so Ali Balikis has raised a hand. Let's hear you, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I would like I would like to ask about the data analysis.
Okay.
I checked the website. They didn't
Mm-hmm.
specify the software. There, as in there are different software for data analysis. Is it Python? Is it SQL? Is it Tableau or by
So Power
BI?
BI. Power BI.
Yeah.
So we're doing Power BI Tableau. So the good thing about whatever skill you're training on, you'll be able to whatever when you learn one, it is easier to go know all. But we'll be doing Power BI and I believe Tableau. Our facilitator. Okay, let me check the curriculum. I think if you go to the website, we have a curriculum there. Let me confirm from. Let me really just real quick, and we have a brochure as well. Okay, 1 second. I need to answer this data analysis. So whilst I try to get the answer to Baliki's question, and does anyone? So we have SQL, SQL, that's what it's called. We have Power BI, like it's on the website. So primarily SQL, Power BI, and I believe Tableau as well, but it's not there. But I'm sure we should be working on Tableau. I'll just confirm with the facilitator during the session. Yeah. So Balikis, hope that answers your question.
Yes. Thank you.
Great. Oh, Olayemi Akimade says that of course we have people in our cohort right now that are enrolled to two. It's like for me, I remember I told you right now I'm doing cybersecurity. I've done Scrum Master, I've done product management, I've done business analysis. So, and how was I able to function greatly in all of the skills is because, of course, I learned all of them. So you can definitely enroll to all of them. And you then decide, now you then draft your CV to suit, maybe there's an opening to suit that opening that you have. Yeah. Someone asked the hands up. I can't see Ezekiel. No, I think it is Ezekiel Emmanuel Afolayan. Yeah, please speak.
Okay, thank you. Please, am I audible?
Yes, very clear. Very clear,
Okay.
sir.
My question is concerning the payment. Is there an installment payment plan or is it
Yes.
once for?
No, you can pay instrumentally. So if you want to pay instrumentally, just write us at info@lenac.tech. So we'll send you the link to pay instrumentally. So when you enroll, you get an email showing you how to pay for the course, telling you how to pay the next step for the course. But in the case where you want to, once you get that email, just reply to that email that, okay, you want to pay instrumentally and what's the instrumental plan you want to do. Maybe you want to do 50-50, 20-10-10, however it is. And if it's something, but we do agree instrumental payment, you shouldn't worry about that. And the good thing, our instrumental payment doesn't come with interest. It's still flat rate. Yeah.
Okay. And again, with the installment payment work with the premium discount? What you
Oh,
say?
okay. For the sake of this masterclass, yes, 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 it will. And I hope my team members won't shoot me once I'm done, but it should. Yes, it will. And in case it doesn't, but I'm 100% sure it should. Don't worry about it. And if anyone wants to pay instrumentally, you are welcome to do so. Any other questions? Okay, that's great. Really, thank you very much, everybody. Please join the community. We hope that the community helps you. And another thing is, if you have anybody that is living with physical disabilities, and it's obvious, of course, we're going to do our background check, and they want to transition to tech. So for us at LearnUp, we do it for free for them. Physical disabilities, we're going to check. It's not that, okay, you claim you have a physical disability, and I don't know why anyone would want to lie about it. So if you have anyone living with physical disabilities at LearnUp, our premium courses are free to them. So I think you have a family member and you know that, because we believe that everyone should have equal opportunities, regardless of, their limitations, even gender, even, their abilities as well. So our premium is free to anyone with physical disabilities. Okay. Thank you, everyone. And looking forward to speaking to you in the community. We're going to be consistently having, masterclass, free resources to help you land your first, tech job. And we're happy to help you, and we're happy to be part of your beautiful journey into tech. It's very possible. Thank you very much. And I really want to say a special thank you to all of our speakers today. You guys are really amazing. God bless you, really. And I need to say thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you immensely. And thanks to everyone. God bless everyone. So this comes to the end of our masterclass. See you in the community. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Thank
Have a
you,
good
sir.
weekend.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.